Hey Virgo, this is going to be your life purpose reading for the month of October 2018. I hope that you went and listened to the intro video. It's not really a video, it's just a drawing. My daughter's a up and rising little cartoonist. She's 13. And it's just a picture of hers, just so it wouldn't be a black screen, but, you know, just giving you some little tidbits about the channel. Okay. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. This may not resonate for everyone, of course. And the energies that come through here, you know, it could possibly be somebody else's energy that you are actually dealing with, that's around you, family members, things of that nature. What does Virgo need to know for the month of October in life? What does Virgo need to know for the month of October? Virgo, for the month of October. Virgo, October. What does Virgo need to know? What does Virgo need to know? Virgo. All right, Virgo. Here we go. I think I got these cards upside down because they're all upright. Oh, yeah, we're gonna leave it upright. Nine of Swords with the Seven of Wands. This is you coming out of your head. And defending, you know, your position on things. I think before you probably were, you know, concerned about, you know, what happened in the past, what you could have done differently, you know, how you possibly could have changed things, maybe possibly, you know, even, you know, if I could go back, what I would do, kind of thing. But right now, I think you are just standing your ground, like from here on out, on your beliefs. Bear, no, get down. That's my son's dog. He's so cute. You're standing your ground on what it is that you believe, what it is that you want. You know, you're not going to take anything less than what you deserve at this point. And then you have the Two of Swords reversed. Like I said, you are no longer in your head at this point. You know where you stand. You know what you want. You know what you want to do. You know that, you know, I'm going to go for this job. I'm not going to think about it. I'm going to leave this job. This job is no longer for me. I'm going to go and apply over here because this is what I'm meant to do. I'm no longer going to stay with this person because, you know, I'm scared of what other, you know, possibilities or what other people are out there that may behave like this person over here. No, because I'm not concerning myself with any of that, because what I need and what I deserve, I will be able to discern that because I'm standing in my power. I know what it is that I want. The Two of Cups. We have the Two of Cups here. Okay, so the Two of Cups is you being able to create that balance with, not only within yourself, but in, you know, interpersonal relationships, in your family, you know, in intimate relationships, working relationships. You know how, you know what to give and you know what to take. You also know that, you know, in any relationship, you know, it's really not a relationship but a situationship when there's not an equal give and take going on. Then you have the Wheel of Fortune. I also, I kind of feel like, not kind of, but I feel like, because this Two of Cups just is reminding me of the Lovers card. And the Lovers, of course, you know, is Gemini. So I feel like you could possibly have either, you know, Gemini in your chart somewhere, or you're dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Either you have Gemini in your chart, the way I feel, or either you're dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius again. Or this is, for some of you, like I said, it could be, you know, in your career, in your job aspect, where you know what it is that you are willing to give, you know what you deserve, you know what to accept, you know, when it comes to your career, to your job, to dealing with people, dealing with coworkers, dealing with clients, you know what that is. And maybe at a certain point, you know, before you were maybe kind of passive, you know, not passive as in balance with your emotions, but passive in the fact that even if you didn't like something, you kind of went along with it, you know, to save face, so to speak. Hang on one sec, let me drink some water, please. Throat's dry. So I kind of feel like maybe you have a hard time speaking up, but you know, the Wheel of Fortune's here, cycle is ending, and I feel like you are coming into yourself. You are coming into yourself fully. That old cycle is over. It's time to move forward. And I see that you're doing that here. I see that you're doing that here. You're no longer stuck between you know, in two minds, indecisive. You know what it is you need to do. You know what it is that you want to do. It's just time to step out on faith and do what it is that you're longing to do, that you've been longing to do. Because I feel like, you know, for some of you, it's something that you've been wanting to do for a while, and you were kind of upside down about it, all in your head. I really feel like you've been defensive for a long time, but you've also held a lot of things in. You've held a lot of things in, and you can't hold things in, because a boiled pot with a lid on it is gonna spill over. It's going to spill over. But it's just a matter of, you know, grounding yourself, balancing yourself out to where you know what to give. You don't give too much of yourself. Not being selfish, but if you're constantly giving and giving and giving and you're not receiving anything, then that needs to be cut out. That needs to be cut out. Because you end up feeling used, abused, and, you know, and then we feel angry towards other people, and they're not right for doing the things that they do, but it's up to us to draw those boundaries. It's up to us to draw those boundaries and not allow people to cross those boundaries and make us feel a certain way. Okay? So roll with this new cycle that's coming in, because it's coming. And the wheel is turning in your favor. So take advantage of this. Raise your vibration. Do what it is that you really want to do. Do what it is that you really want to do. There's this King of Swords in reverse. I really feel like there is an air sign. Either you, like I said, have Gemini in your chart, quite possibly, or you have an air sign that is in your energy field that is not in his best persona. He's upside down. He's in reverse. He's fallen under this Two of Swords. He or she, I just say he because it's the king, but it could quite possibly be a female as well. But this king in the upright is very smart. Uses his head a lot. He's an intellectual. He is a confidant. He is someone that you can go to and talk to when you need assistance, to give advice. In the upright, very helpful. In the reverse, I feel like this King of Swords can be very, very, very nasty in his way of speaking. In his way of doing things, and the way he maneuvers. See how he's got his sword pointed right at the head of the lady in the Two of Swords. I feel like he's very cutthroat, can be. So be mindful. Be mindful of anybody, and if you've got somebody around you, maybe you've broken up with somebody, you're no longer with them, maybe that's why you were in the Nine of Swords energy. But don't let people, not saying that you don't let somebody come back into your life, but make sure when they come back the way that you need for them to come back. Don't just think because he's coming back that he's coming back with great intentions, that he's ready to give and take, as couples are supposed to. And if this is a boss on a job, you are definitely doing the right thing if you are deciding to change jobs and get out, because this boss is quite possibly, or has quite possibly, wreaked havoc. Has quite possibly wreaked havoc in your life, on your job. So if you're thinking about leaving, that may not be a bad thing. I also feel like, the Two of Cups and the King of Swords reverse is mirroring. They're mirroring each other. I feel like this King of Swords, you share a love with this person. They're just not in the greatest state, to those of you I'm speaking to. That king needs to be upright when he comes back, or she comes back, in order to bring something of substance into your life, to add to, because you should always, already be happy within yourself. So if you invite somebody into your space, they should be just adding to what you already have. So don't let this king come in upside down. because it's going to quite possibly disturb whatever it is that you have decided to move on from right here. Whatever you have decided to do. Okay, I'm going to pull 3 more cards for you guys. Let's see what's going on right here. And then see, when you decide that you are going to stand your ground, when you learn the lessons that you need to learn up in here, and you wrap up that cycle, because I feel like in between this 9 of Swords and this 7 of Wands was the 10 of Swords. Ending that. Cutting it. Cutting all that mental energy that you're exerting, you know, towards something that does not deserve your mental energy. Once you cut it out and you stand your ground and you stand in your truth and you defend what you know is right, this cycle ends. This cycle ends. You become balanced with these 2 cups. You know what equal give and take feels like. You know what it's supposed to mean. You know this. So I don't think that you're going to allow any foolery anyway with this King of Swords. I think I reversed my cards again. But you're going to have to take a leap of faith. You're going to have to take a leap of faith. Step out on faith. Don't be afraid. Because you've got this Wheel of Fortune turning in your favor. Get out your head. Step out on faith. Because this Fool wants to be upright. Wants to be upright, right under the 2 of Cups. Wants to be upright and just step out and do what makes you feel good. Do what makes your spirit sing. Brand new beginning. Brand new start here with the Ace of Pentacles. Once you step out on faith, you got this brand new beautiful start ahead of you. This is grounded. This is tangible. I do believe some of you are quite possibly starting a business. If this is a boss with this King of Swords, then you guys are, you're trying to decide whether or not to step out with this new job. I see this new job being plentiful. I see it being positive. I see it taking off, but you've got to step out on faith. Do what it is. Do what it is that your intuition is telling you to do. Page of Cups. You might have a new water sign coming in, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But I feel like this is an aspect of your chart here. This is you, you know, gaining new insight, seeking guidance. You've had this revelation, but this is a page. You know, the page is just stepping out, just becoming, things are just becoming, you know, known or obvious as to, you know, what this might lead to or what that might lead to. Learning to keep your emotions in check, learning who to give your emotions to, learning what to give your emotions to here. I see. And you're not just offering it to anybody, because see, the cup, the page is holding the cup close to him. So they're just not giving it to anybody who looks like they may deserve it. He's got his hand on his belt right there, and he's just like, you know, looks like he's almost whistling, like he, you know, he's not jumping at every opportunity. He's kind of, you know, standing back on one leg and going, okay, what is going to be best for me? What's going to soothe me? What's going to suit me? Who, you know, who should I, you know, offer my emotions to? When should I keep my emotions to myself? That sort of thing. Okay, Virgo, so that was your monthly reading for October. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe to my channel, please. That would be much appreciated. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, loves.